Do we notice how much I changed my hair? Yes, I am going through a little bit of a crisis. I really want to cut my hair so bad, but you know what? I don't want to cut my hair short and then hate it because I have a big head. So I'm thinking get a short wig first and then see how that works out, and then cut my hair if it looks nice. It's an idea. It's an idea. What is up, you guys? It is your girl Jess, back with another video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe and join the lit side. And if you already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys so much. I truly do appreciate you guys. Today I wanted to do a best and worst of 2020, but then I was like, I don't want to do that and put that type of negative energy out. I was also thinking about doing what should come and go, those trends, like videos like that, but I know like everybody does that, and I just don't want to recap this year. It was so like painful and just heart-wrenching, and so much that like we realized and learned in 2020 was just, it was just so much and so sad to see. So I really don't want to recap the year in that way. What I did want to talk about is like the good things that came out of 2020, which for me was music. Yeah, so I will be talking about my favorite albums of 2020. I'm not talking about the most popular albums. I'm not talking about, you know, critically acclaimed albums. I am talking about albums that I personally have listened to almost every single song on the album like cohesively throughout the year. So that's what I will be talking about. I feel like I do this video every year, but I don't really remember. And that shows how often I post. I actually said this wrong. These are gonna be my top 10 favorite albums of 2020. I reduced them down to 10 because I know there's so many, but there's definitely 10 albums that I have been playing on repeat like cohesively throughout 2020. There are 2 honorable mentions. With the honorable mentions, these will be like albums that I have listened to like 4 or 5, like a good 4 or 5, maybe 6, 7 songs on, but I haven't really played it as much as I played my other favorite albums. So yeah, let's get into it. So first album is Giveon Take Time. Like, oh my gosh, first of all, the tone of his voice, that deep baritone voice, it does a little something to me. It does a little something to me. And then like what he's singing about, like I love how the body of work was in general. It was about being in love, staying in love, then after a breakup, feelings after a breakup, and I was like, this is such a beautiful album. Like, World We Created is one of my favorites. Favorite Mistake is one of my favorites, which I don't like what it's about, but it's one of my favorite ones. The Beach, one of my favorites. And then Like I Want You, I mean, everybody wants somebody's son to sing like that to them, but it's a beautiful song. It was a beautiful album as well. I feel like he is such a great artist and he's getting all the shine that he deserves. Yeah, but Giveon is amazing. I love his voice. Next is Victoria Monet Moment. But Victoria Monet's album Jaguar was an amazing body of work, and I love that she's getting she's a Grammy nominated artist for that and for other songs as well. But Jaguar was so great. I love the song Jaguar. Another one that I played on repeat, Moment, beautiful. Dive, beautiful. And then I don't know if Experience is on the album. It is. Experience. It was such a cute little summertime bop. I really wanted to go roller skating and just have fun to that song. Her and Kelani remix to Touch Me was ridiculously good. I was like, wow, these ladies are singing. Like, they did their thing on that song. Yeah, all of it was amazing. Like, I listened to that album on repeat. Next one is Leane La Havas. La Havas. Don't judge me. I never knew how to really pronounce her name. Leane La Havas. I'm not sure. Don't get mad. But she's one of my favorite artists. Like her and Corinne Bailey Rae. Like when I just feel like I just want to chill and meditate and just listen to some music while I, you know, self-medicate or drink a glass of wine. You know, I love putting them on because her sound is so like, it's so beautiful, it's soothing, it's calm, and it also, like, her music to me is like kind of nourishing for my soul. Like when I feel like I need to recoup and just chill and think on things, I put on Leane La Havas or Corinne Bailey Rae. Those are like my two favorites for that. But her album was self-titled, Leane La Havas, and it was so good. Bittersweet, I have worn that song out. Like it was literally in my top 20. Paper Thin is one of my favorites from her as well. Please Don't Make Me Cry was amazing. I just love how she really, you can hear like she puts her soul into her music, and I really appreciate that from people. I really do. Next one is Durand Bernard. His album was Durand, and this was Durand. Yeah, it was so good. Like Company is one of my favorites. Him and Ari Lennox with Stuck. I played Stuck out. Like I played Stuck out. I still play it out. Like I love how Stuck gives you that old school like 80s vibe. What's another song? Him and Anna Wise with Passport. I love it. Like I love how his album gives you different sounds and really shows his personality, because like he is really like funny and out there and very abstract, and his album was just that. Like almost every song is like amazing. Like there's barely any skippables on that album. After Durand Bernard, we have Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi with Man on the Moon 3. When I heard this was coming out, I got so hyped, but I also thought it was a lie until I saw Jaden Smith post about it. I was like, what? What? Man on the Moon 3 is coming out? I gotta listen. And I love it. Like I love it. It really does bump. I'm still playing it out like every day. She Knows This. 5. Show Out with Pop Smoke. Another banger. Like this album was freaking amazing. Like Kid Cudi, nothing short of a genius. Everything that he puts out I love. I remember just listening to Kid Cudi like back in middle school, and that's when I like fell in love with his music, and I have been like with it ever since. Like the Man on the Moon series, like each Man on the Moon album has been good, and I love it, and I was so happy that he came back, which is amazing. So yeah. After that we have Chloe and Halle, Ungodly Hour. Now I know for a lot of people this was like an introduction to Chloe and Halle, but I have been following them since their like YouTube days, doing Beyonce covers. When they were on Disney Channel with Let It Shine, I remembered those girls. Like they are amazing, crazy talented, and Ungodly Hour just sealed the deal. Busy Boy. Do It was amazing too, and I love to see them dance and do a little bit more than they normally do, but that was a good song too. Baby Girl low-key makes me want to weep. Royal is one of my favorite songs, and I feel like it's underrated on the album, but I see me playing this album like just as much as I played SZA Control, like just as much as I played like albums like that will like follow throughout the years. Like how SZA Control is still bumping for a lot of people now, I'm still gonna bump Chloe and Halle Ungodly Hour. Like that was an amazing piece of work, and I don't think I skipped any songs on there. I definitely have my favorites, but I didn't, no skippable songs. That was just amazing. Those girls are so talented, it's crazy. And then Kelani, It Was All Good Until It Wasn't. Another amazing album. But like the way Kelani's songs are, it's like you're speaking to like one of your homegirls, and you can really like, you can really understand where she's coming from. Kelani, she opened up with giving us Toxic first, and I was just like, ooh, it's a banger. After Toxic, Water, Change Your Mind with Jhené Aiko, and I was like, oh my gosh, these two are teaming up, and that made me so excited, and the song was nothing short of amazing. And then what else do we have? Can You Blame Me with Lucky Day, loved it. Also Open, Passionate. That song, I sing my heart out to that song no matter where, no matter what. Like when it comes on, I'm singing it. That song just hits home a little bit. Wow, first of all, just seeing the features on this album, I knew it was gonna be amazing, and she never like disappoints, and it was so good. It was so good. A really good body of work as well. Okay, after Kelani, I have to give it to Duckworth with Super Good. It was such a fun album. Gave me like throwback vibes as well, because you had some stuff that still gave you a trap bounce, and then you had some stuff that gave you like a 70s vibe, and it was just a really fun album. So Duckworth album, one that I played out is Money Dance. The Money Dance was it's such a good song. Quick, I played out Quick. That was in my top 20 as well, because that's just, the groove of that song was just it. Other than that, it is Tuesday was one of my favorite songs as well from Duckworth. And then World on Wheels featuring Kyle Dion. Kyle Dion is one of my favorite like singers to come out. I won't say of 2020 because I've been listening to him for a while, but seeing that those two were collaborating was very like cool to see, and it was a really good song, and it's a fun little song, you know. So yeah, that's another one of my favorite albums. Next one is Black is King by Beyonce and a variety of different artists. Now, I know some people got tired of it, but I didn't. Look, when we talk about the way the album was composed and put together, the way it told the story of The Lion King, how good it was amazing. Power, that video alone, I know we're talking about albums, but that video alone was so beautiful. Okay, Power was one of my favorite ones. Other than Power, Find Your Way Back, still bumped that. That was in one of my top 20s too. I actually really love that song. Now with her and Kendrick Lamar, beautiful. And like the artists that she, you know, collaborated with and came together with, it made so much sense, and it was so beautiful. It was a great album. She really put, you know, Beyonce put her heart, soul, and her foot into the album, and it was so good, and it came out amazing. So I'm gonna just say that and let it go, because I know some people are tired of it, but not me. Next is Ariana Grande, Positions. That album was good. Positions was a good song. I think because I work in retail and because I don't have TikTok, but you can't like escape TikTok. It spills over into Instagram, Twitter. You're always gonna see it and like the challenges that are going on. So Positions was one of my favorite songs that got played out by TikTok. And also Moment with her and Doja Cat. One of my favorites. Probably my favorite song on the album, to be honest. And then 34 plus 35, love that song. It got played out in my store where I work at. Like they played it out a little bit, but I still was kind of bumping to it, but that song is great. POV, I love that song, but that's another one that got played out by TikTok. But you know, still an amazing body of work. Ariana Grande never disappoints. She is amazing, and you know, we love her for it. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, those are all my top 10 albums of 2020. Now we're gonna get into my honorable mentions, which I only have 2 because I didn't want this video to be too long. My first honorable mention is 21 Savage, Savage Mode 3. A lot of people were shocked that I liked this album. It was really good. Sliding, I still overplay that. Same with Mr. Right. Mr. Right Now, sorry I said Mr. Right. Mr. Right Now. And then Running, Mini Men, those songs are there. They be bumping. Like I really do enjoy those songs. Yeah, so Savage Mode 3 was like it for me. Other than that, my other honorable mention is Flo Milli, Ho, Why's You Here? That I played a lot of songs out of that. May I. Everybody got introduced to her from Flo Milli Mix, that song. Oh, Beef Flo Mix from Flo Milli. That's how we were all introduced with her, and I loved it. In the Party, Pockets Bigger, May I. Overplay those songs out. So yeah, the reason why it's an honorable mention and isn't my top favorite is only because I played a couple songs. I only listen to a couple songs on the album, and then I don't listen to it like on a regular basis like that. But I really, really did enjoy the work. And so yeah, it was Flo Milli with Ho, Why'd You Here? And 21 Savage with Savage Mode 3. Like those albums are really fun. To be fair, I don't really listen to like rap and hip hop that much like that. I'm usually chill listening to some, you know, something else. I don't know. I don't know, I guess I'm more of an R&B person. I didn't think I would be, but I don't know. So yeah, there's that. Those are my favorites of 2020. Yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, let me know what were your top favorite albums of 2020. I love for you guys to share music with me as much as I like to share it with you guys. Just get me to listen to something new. And then yeah, and what albums did you agree with? You know, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys sometime next week. Peace out, my love. Stay positive. Mwah.